Alec, how
Yes,
are you today?
I'm doing well.
Cool.
I will just say my notes from last episode. My last note was not emerge. Nani?
Nani, of course. Yeah, that was the headline of last episode that we watched. Fake merger, which ended in Xian's demise.
It did.
The
And
two,
my note ahead of that is Shein trepidation, risky switch? Question mark. Yeah, she did make a risky switch, and that was before I even knew that it wasn't a merge. That it was she was taking a
yeah,
risk by doing what she was doing. So yeah,
it was a risky. Yeah, it's hard to be on the bottom of your original tribe. You know, the tribe you should be all good with.
yeah,
You know, if you want to do well in Survivor, you got to make sure you have good relationships with your original tribe. Pretty much, it's hard to come back from that because then
yeah,
when you switch over to the other tribe, you're at the bottom of that one,
yeah,
and it's like, can we ever trust you? Because you just flipped on the tribe you've been with since day one.
yeah,
But yeah, this fake merger, big thing. Never done anything like that before. We had Brian in his drunken stupor. Um,
yeah. Oh yeah,
he was
a lot of
getting
wine.
like power drunk.
Yeah, to the point where his song made no sense.
Yeah.
But then he
We,
was like, "But I'm taking control. This is how I gain control because they know I'm human." And it's
Yeah,
like,
he was pretend to be human like the rest of them.
it's like
And
what?
drink.
Yeah, pretend to be human because he is reporting to the overlords or something. I don't know what that was weird. It was like, oh, he's gonna like try to be the player now,
Hmm.
I guess.
But Penny's the master manipulator,
Yeah,
who Sheehan had her sights set on,
yeah,
but no one else was going for it. So I mean, if Ken is being honest, they're planning on going after her once they merge, or I
yeah,
guess no,
yeah,
no, now they won't. They were like,
yeah. They
because
can't now. Yeah,
yeah, because now they have to stick together probably. And
yeah.
who knows when the merge is? Is it just going to be this episode, or is it going to be
Next
another one?
episode. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
That would be
So
funny though if it was just the next episode. We're actually merging now.
yeah, it's just like we
Stupid,
just getting Shein out
stupid
of the way.
Xian.
She's Asian, so
So yeah, and then we had the prison break immunity. That was cool.
that was great. Yeah, that was a great challenge.
And now the tribes are living together. So merge or not, we're gonna see them together.
Yeah,
Um,
beginning of this episode.
yeah. All right. So let's check out episode 8 of Survivor Thailand. We're just a little over halfway through the season.
Yeah, so you can hop down the link below where you can watch our highlight of our reactions to the episode, and then come back here after the break, and we'll have our reactions to the episode. Our
Oh,
should I
reactions to
say
the reactions.
our reactions to the reactions? Yeah, a summary of the episode. So
Absolutely.
see you in a bit.
All right. Well, that was episode 8, and of course, the wonderful Aaron has been voted off.
She has.
I mean, I
So
don't think for a story we couldn't ask for a better result there. She's
yeah,
provided the least.
yep. But she just skirted in. She just made it onto the
She
jury.
got her ultimate goal of making the jury.
Yeah, that's amazing when you think about that. It's like I'm just gonna lay low and not do anything, so I'll at least get to the jury. That's
She's gonna have an
great.
epic final speech in the finale. I'm sure.
Yeah,
You guys are all rats. I hate
yeah,
all of you.
yeah. She just turns on all of them.
For
Yeah,
no reason.
yeah,
Okay, so this was a very emotionally driven episode. It all centered around these four and how so closely bonded they are.
yeah,
And it's like family, voting out one of your family members. But of course, there's a unanimously least liked family member.
yep. Apparently,
Which,
they
you
all
know,
apparently came to that decision independently from one another, but they're all like, yeah, we don't really like her.
yeah. And we thought it was going to be Penny because the whole narrative of the master manipulator. And like Ken was like, she knew she's on broken eggshells or whatever it was.
Yeah,
So,
and like nope.
no, Aaron was more so, apparently.
Apparently, yeah,
It might have something to do with that foursome, though.
Yeah.
She's like,
or
let's all
whatever.
sleep together tonight, and she's like, she's touching
like,
everyone in the night.
So this episode also featured more action from the monkey. He's tearing up the camp. He's Tarzaning it, shall we say?
Sure.
He's yeah. We also had peeing in the caves.
Yeah, yeah. I thought this episode was going nowhere because in the beginning it was all about monkeys and peeing in caves, but we eventually got to the heavy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, also that amazing comedy editing when Helen was talking about making recipes, and they just like did those like extreme close-ups on the guys' like eyes and like
Yeah.
beards, and how they were like, how they just wanted to leave, and then they did.
They just left
It was
on the
great.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian talked about the good old days when men would just eat and the women would cook and clean for them. Good old
Yeah.
days.
So yeah, honestly, some of my favorite stuff of this episode though was Brian and Jake both kind of feeling each other out. They're both
Mhm.
clearly trying to like test the waters, see if are they going to join my side or what's going to happen here. So
Yeah, I wonder if
it's
there'll
cool.
be anything there in the future, maybe after a merge.
I don't know. There's a cool. I like that undercurrent of that though, because it's like both of them are really trying to do something, and they're just not saying what. So
Yeah, and like feeling each other out has been like a recurring theme this season too. Yeah. From Ted and Ganya
literally and
to
figuratively, yeah.
Jake and Brian, and now the
To
Foursome.
this foursome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of feeling.
Feeling
Lots
each other out.
Lots of touchy feely stuff.
True.
Particularly in this episode,
A lot
which
of
is very
touchy-feely.
which is very emotional.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
I
did
wasn't
it really
really-
well too, though.
I thought they did. I mean, I wasn't like crying or anything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, I mean, but they did a good job like focusing on like this is a really tough decision, guys. You know, it's gonna be a big
I think
big deal. Everyone was kind of taking the loss hard, and I mean, like for crying out loud, even Chuigong was like, they were like, we feel kind of bad for him. Like we're not like cheering or anything.
Clay didn't feel bad though.
No, Clay was just like, yeah, screw him. No. But it was funny because then when we got to Jeff and he was asking like probing questions about like, isn't it weird? Isn't it like crazy how you're like you're with the enemy and like how it's weird? And they're just like, no, they're actually like really welcoming and nice. And I mean, obviously they're playing a game too, so we can't trust everything they do. But like they've been really nice and it's been pretty good overall. It's like that's like what they all said. It was like, do you guys? So you wanted a little bit more conflict probably out of this than what you're getting.
Yeah, that's the problem with like merging the tribes but not actually merging them on paper is like really cool idea, but it's like they both know how the game progresses. They're like we can't be like hostile towards each other or have a lot of drama. You have to be very political and very cordial around each other. So it's just like, okay, we're just gonna live peacefully together until the merge.
Yep. So it's all kind of a giant act. Everybody is sort of being phony.
Yeah.
In a way, that I wrote that down. Everybody is Holden Caulfield.
Oh.
Everyone's phony. So.
Stay golden, phony boy.
Yeah. That's right.
But it'll be interesting to see when this merge comes, what kind of connections will be authentic. You know, will we see that Jake and Brian actually team up?
Yeah, I don't know. Or will it be the most epic anime crossover of all time, or the top 10 anime betrayals?
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
And will Chuigan just vote out Sook Jai one by one?
Yeah,
or will have something spicier?
Mm.
But yeah, it's like the Sook Jai 4 that we had here. All the emotional stuff. It's like you're not obviously going to be that emotionally invested, but it's kind of like an understanding that clearly they have this connection that you can only experience through what they've been experiencing. You know, that's what they're kind of getting across.
It's kind of cool. It is kind of the cool thing about Survivor. Like, well, I think someone said it was like I was thinking about like his Monopoly. Or was that Ken? I think.
Ken, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and like I was like that's not what this is. Mm-hmm. I think that's like a really good way to think about it because like you can obviously think about it that way, but when you get right down to it, you're still dealing with like real people. Like it's not just numbers.
Yeah.
And stuff. So that's the struggle. That's the fun of this game.
So like narrative wise, we are kind of weeding out the non-edited people. You know, like early on, we kind of got the ones that weren't doing much out. Yeah. And then we got the obnoxious one and Rob, he got taken out. But then Chien was like the hopeful underdog. She got taken out though.
Yeah.
And now with what we're left with, Aaron was obviously the least
Interesting.
narratively. Yeah, there's nothing engaging there.
Yeah.
So.
And now it looks like from the preview they're going to be playing like a financial angle, which they've done in the past slightly. They voted. I remember they voted some people out based partially on that. And I know that came up. I think at the at the last. I think it's almost like the last top 3 or top 2 that came up. A financial thing came up. It's like, do you really need this money? So.
Right. Yeah, it's always something like fans of the game never want it to come to that because it's like it's kind of like what can they do? They have the money, they're here.
Yeah, it's like, but they get chosen. It's like,
but yeah, it's like it's a reality. It's the reality of the situation where it's like if
yeah,
you have the power to give someone $1 million or get further and a chance to get $1 million. It's like, do I want to give this person who clearly doesn't need it just because they're playing better? So it's like those are the unfortunate realities of the game.
Yep.
But it looks like some sort of a family thing they've been doing now. Some sort of maybe like videos or something they're showing them.
Yeah, we'll have to see on the next episode.
Stay tuned. Yeah, next week. Keep it moving. We're getting to hopefully merge soon.
Hope so.
But Aaron is the first member of our jury. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.